There's a critical 72-hour window after your company is awarded a project. And your project pursuit team may respond back to the client saying, hey, we're excited, thanks so much. But then from that moment to the 72 hours later, where does the kickoff land? How does that client know that you are eager to work with them? And so there's some things that your company can do to make sure that the client isn't second guessing their decision to hire your company. And we're going to walk through what some of those tweaks could be if you're not currently doing them. Hopefully the project manager for your new project is part of the project pursuit team. If they're not, or I also understand project managers are very busy and they're on multiple projects, what you can do is have your internal process where your project pursuit team, it may be your BD leader or maybe one of the directors or principals at your firm, sends an email to that project manager within 2 hours of the win to say, hey, we won the project. Make sure it's on your radar. You also want to send an email to the client introducing who that project manager is. And again, we're excited to work with you. Your project manager, let's say for this example, Sarah, is going to be reaching out to you within the next day or so, and they're going to schedule a kickoff call. You kind of go through everything of like what the next steps should be after the project is awarded. And then you want to have an internal call. So it could be, again, maybe your BD lead and your PM, Sarah, in this example, they're going to have an internal conversation. And the things that are going to be part of that internal conversation, and this is just a 15-minute call, don't rely on email. You can follow up with an email, which is always good, but don't just rely on email. But you're going to have a phone call. And in that phone call, you're going to talk about the client's top 3 concerns and priorities for this project, what won the project, so what were your company's differentiators, relationship dynamics, decision makers from the client side, and then any verbal commitments made during that project pursuit. And then additionally, any budget sensitivities. Giving your project managers those tools and that information is going to make a world of difference whenever they actually perform the kickoff call with the client. And then at about the 12-hour mark, the 24-hour mark, Sarah's going to follow up with an email to the client that says, glad to be working with you. They're going to reference the specific from the proposal. They're also going to talk about, proposing times for the kickoff meeting, sharing direct contact info, and then also confirming next steps so that the client's fully aware, everything's documented, and you can move forward. And then in the next 48 to 72 hours, you want to confirm when that kickoff call is going to happen. It doesn't have to happen in 72 hours of the win, but you want to be able to move forward and confirm it, get it on the schedule for the people that need to be there. You want to go ahead and set up your project portal and your folders, your workspaces, so that as you're getting documents, you're putting things in the right spot for your company. And then you're also going to do a deliverable timeline set so that the client knows when they're going to expect things. And then also your team internally is fully equipped to meet client expectations early on in a project win. Again, doing these things is going to help your client feel confident that they selected the right company that's going to put their needs and their priorities first, and making sure that open communication is set from the start.